My
What's
boy,
up, sir? How you doing, sir?
how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Where you at right now?
I'm in Dallas, Texas.
All right. So I kind of gave a little introduction, but since you're here, this RaSan interview series here, we got Beezy Synatra. Beezy Synatra, tell them where you're originally from, and tell them a little bit about how you got started in your music, bro.
Salute the world, man. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. Shit, I got started like anybody else, rapping in a room, just a dream. And then I got an older brother. He 10 years older than me, and him and his homeboys used to rap and shit. And he had they had a built-in studio in an apartment in our neighborhood and shit. And that's where I recorded my first song. I was 8 years old. And shit, I've been doing it ever since.
All right. So usually I would get kind of how you got from there to now, but since it's kind of relevant to where you are, and I don't want people thinking that uh, I don't want people thinking you're not busy. That's why you're there. So tell people what you do now. Tell people what you are doing currently.
Currently, I drive celebrity tour buses. It's crazy how I ended up here. It's a long story. We could get into it though. But yeah, right
Let's do
right
that.
now, I drive celebrity tour buses.
Let's get into the story. How'd you get into it?
All right, so going on as I got good and more known with the music, uh, one of my partners, John and shit, he used to always tell me like, man, I got a cousin you need to get with. Like he fuck with the music. He drive tour buses. He drive Wayne, Drake, Nicki Minaj. I thought he was bullshitting. For like 3 years, he used to tell me this. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to get with him with the music. But you know, I had other shit going on. I was in the process of getting a CDL at the same time. So
Okay.
my plan was to get my CDL, drive 18 wheelers, and put my money into the music. But what ended up happening was I drove I drove 18 wheelers for 6 months, and then my partner, he finally called. He called me one more time. He was like, "Man, my cousin said they in Augusta with Moneybag Yo." He was like, "Man, he wants you to come down there and chop it up with him. You could pull up, go to the show. You know what I'm saying? You good? Just come down there and chop it up with him." I was like, "Cool." So we ended up driving to Augusta from Columbia, South Carolina, and all the rumors was true. It was a big ass tour bus in the front. I met Moneybag Yo, and shit. We went out to eat and shit. He paid for everything. He treated me like family the first time I met him and shit. And he hired me the same day, man. He hired me that same night.
So what has being around people like that helped? Well, let's talk about what's your favorite moment from being around people like that, bro.
Uh, you said my favorite moment
Yeah.
from being around people like him.
Yes, sir.
Um, I would say just seeing how he move as a business owner. You know what I'm saying? Not only as a business owner, but how he move as a black business owner. You know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
got to move a certain type of way, and you got to carry yourself a certain type of way when you're around people of a certain stature, because you know what I'm saying, they gonna automatically look at you a certain way because unfortunately that's the world we live in. They judge you off the skin of your color, so you got to carry yourself a certain type of way. But I learned a lot of shit just from being around him, listening to him talk, listening to him how he talk to other people and stuff like that. That's some of that shit is priceless. Money can't buy lessons like that.
So talk about some of the people you've met, some of the like connections you've made doing this. Just because to me, it's important as artists for us to sometimes put our pride aside and understand that there's gonna be things that we need to do just so we can make the
Mm-hmm.
connection so that we can get to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
French Montana has the camera. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like what
For me, it
type of
was a
connections
CDL.
have you? Okay.
That was how French Montana had the camera. For me, it was a CDL. But some of the connections I made,
Mm-hmm.
uh, oh man, I done developed relationships with Meek Mill, um, Moneybag Yo, Rod Wave, uh, a lot of people, a lot of management. You know what I'm saying? Ian Dior, um, Eric Bellinger,
Okay.
uh, just to name a few. You know what I'm saying? Chris
Mhm.
Brown. You know, I got relationships with these people in their camps too. So, you know, that shit, it changed my life, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So what's the best advice you've gotten during your time doing this?
The best advice I've gotten doing this is take your time.
Okay.
I know it sounds simple and it sounds cliche, but it applies to so much shit when you think about it. Man, just take your time. And when I say take your time, I don't mean like as far as I mean make educated decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Make educated decisions and make decisions that you got to be a person that's able to be used. You know what I'm saying? Like if you like, of course, everybody has to be used. You gotta
Useful.
be able to use people, and you gotta be able to be used. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If not, it's no point of you being in the room. You don't add no value to the room.
You just don't let yourself be abused. As long as you,
That's it. That's it.
that's.
And that comes with self respect. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
But
if
you
you
gotta be
respect
useful.
yourself, yeah, yeah, but you gotta be used. Don't be used, but don't be abused. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Exactly.
Just like you
Exactly.
said, but yeah. Nah, that shit
So
just
go
come from
ahead.
being around. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, no, no. You good, bro? This is your interview, bro. I just want to ask, like, so you say you learn take time, and I've seen that in your music that you've kind of spaced out your you did a lot before, and now you're spacing
Yeah.
it out. So like, what are you doing going forward? What's your plans?
My plan going forward is just to be more consistent. You know what I'm saying? Because I do have a problem with being consistent, but it's because I got all this stuff going on. And now, you know what I'm saying? We the biggest black owned tour bus company in the country, and I
Okay.
run it. So it's a lot of responsibility that come with that. But you know, I'm here for a reason.
I got
I'm
you,
here
man.
for a
So
reason.
if if somebody wants to support your music, how's the best way to do that? Is it buying it or streaming it or sharing it? What's the best way to support you right now, bro?
The best way to support is yeah, go run the YouTube views up. You can search me on YouTube, Beezy Synatra, or I'm on Apple Music, iTunes, Tidal, Amazon Music, Spotify. Everything is Beezy Synatra. All my social media is Beezy Synatra. My Instagram, my Twitter. I don't have a Facebook because it's too much drama on there, but Instagram, yeah, Twitter. You can hit me.
So just running up your numbers, getting the word out, sharing your stuff. That's the best way to support you right now, bro.
That's the best way to
All right.
support.
All right. So who's one person that you want to work with? Like you feel like if you work with them, you can make a hit.
Drake,
Drake. What
off
would you
the
do?
top.
Would you do R&B
Off,
Drake or would you do rapping
you
Drake?
you know what's so crazy, man? I ain't mean uh I ain't gonna lie. I like yeah, I like R&B Drake. He know how to hit the target. You know what I'm saying? And women buy records.
So so then what's the worst advice you've gotten during this experience, bro?
The worst advice I've gotten.
Yeah.
The worst advice I've gotten is probably one time I asked Meek Mill manager, can I play my music for him? Can he listen to my music? And
Mhm.
he was like, man, you can't just run up on him like that. You can't just take him your music like that. You gotta go through somebody. You gotta go through like one of his friends or something like that. I'm like, nigga, I'm going through you. You the manager.
Mhm.
But that's just one of the I guess bumps in the road I would say that I ran into being in this industry. But man, do not listen to the people who are already in the industry, bro. Do not listen to them because at one point in time they was in the position you was at with nothing to lose. If you don't got nothing to lose, man, take all risks. Take
Yes.
all risks.
Yeah. Yeah. Um so what are you hoping to get out of this? Like what's your end goal?
Man, for me, it's just doing something that I getting paid for doing something that I love to do. You know what I'm saying? So it don't feel like work. That's the end goal for me. Like when you can get paid for doing something that you love, shit, you made it to me. No matter what you do, that's success to me. It ain't about how much money you got. It's about holding your dignity and your respect, living on principles and morals, and being happy.
So what's something, because that's something that I talk about often, is like the game, the way that it is, the way it's set up, you're gonna have to do some stuff that you don't like. So what's one thing that you do to like make sure that you keep your integrity, or what's one thing that you're like, that's a line that I won't cross?
I just stand on what I believe in. Anything I don't like, I'm trying to find an example for you. I don't know. It's just small stuff like a lot of artists like to get on the bus and run the bus like it's a cab, and you just got to let them know, like, man, we not doing all that stopping. We not going to 4 Walmarts, 3 McDonald's. Yeah, we not doing that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes my first time doing that, I felt like an asshole, but it was necessary because these celebrities will run you over, especially if they feel like you working for them. They'll try to run you over, man. So that's what I mean when I say dignity and self-respect.
All right, man. So is there anything else you want to get out there? Anything you want to promote?
Yep.
Anything you got coming up?
I do want to tell the people the first dude that I drove was Birdman. This a little short
Okay.
story. First person I drove was Birdman. I was nervous as fuck. When my dog called me, I was in the middle of Walmart buying shit. And he was like, man, I need you to help me drive baby from Vegas to Miami. And I was hyped as shit. I thought he was talking about Lil Baby. So this my first day.
Okay.
This my first day on the job. You know what I'm saying? I had a spot in Charlotte at the time. I was living in Charlotte, and so he bought me a flight from Charlotte to Vegas. I flew to Vegas, and so I had never driven a bus before. So he gave me maybe like a 10-15 minute training. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He showed me some buttons on the bus. We drove around Vegas for like 10 minutes, and that was it. This nigga caught a flight and left me in Vegas. So he texts me. I'm like, man, I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm like, what if Lil Baby come out here? And this nigga texts me. He like, yeah, pull up in front of the hotel. So I pulled up in front of the hotel, and the nigga Birdman walks out of the hotel. I'm like, oh shit, this is different. This is not Lil Baby. So I was nervous as fuck, man. And the Bird was cool. He didn't say nothing to me the first 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say not one word to me. I ended up driving him for 3 months. We was living together on the road for 3 months.
Okay.
So the first thing he said to me, he said, "Hey, blood, come fix this TV for me." And I fixed the TV for him and shit, and we've been cool ever since. The nigga started calling me nephew. I ended up taking him all kind of places. To this day, I can call Birdman. Like, I got his number. I know how to get in touch with him.
That's a good contact to
But
have, bro. That's a very good
it
contact to
is,
have.
bro. And one thing he told me, at first I thought it was weird. I was like, man, this nigga ain't. I called my boss and shit. I was like, man, he ain't saying nothing to me. Like, this shit a little weird. Like, I gotta walk past this man. Only thing I said to him was excuse me for the first 2 weeks. That's the only thing I said to him. And but one thing he said to me, but the last time I drove him, he said, paperwork make the paperwork. So pretty much that means be on your business. Whatever you're doing, make sure your business right, make sure your paperwork right, because everybody, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of rumors and shit that people saying Birdman stole from him, or he didn't pay him and stuff like that. But nobody can never say that he put a gun to your head and made you sign that contract.
Right. Or it made you take those cars instead of getting
Or
that
told
van.
you not to, or didn't let a lawyer look up. You know what I'm saying?
I get you. I get you.
So
It's tough though because when you get in the game, there's a lot of people who don't know what they're looking out for, and so like I feel like there should be a buffer between um, the labels and us, but I
yeah,
feel like it's at this point there's enough information out there. You've seen it
for
enough
you to
times.
research yourself.
You got to
Yeah,
protect yourself in this. You know, protect your name.
exactly.
So
Exactly. And you should never get into nothing that you don't know everything about. You should know all the best possible outcomes and the worst possible outcomes. That's the only way I'm involved in something. I gotta know the worst thing that could happen. If I can live with that, we good.
and this is a random topic, but Griselda Conway was just talking about that. He was just talking about how he was signed to a deal with Griselda that he didn't understand when he signed it. He didn't look at it. I respect that he did what he was supposed to get out of the deal, didn't say nothing, and then at the end you say, all right, we can renegotiate. That's the proper way to handle it. If you do
That's the proper
something
way
that
to
you mess
handle it.
up, that's the proper way to handle it. So, all right, man, is
That's
there anything else you want to get out for the people, bro?
uh nah, shout out South Carolina. I see my boy Banyo Dre on here. Shout out Banyo. Shout out Mr. Zoe the GOAT. Shout out everybody who support me. Shout out, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to start Mulatto tour. So, you know what I'm saying? If
Okay.
one of y'all at the shows or in the area, pull up, come holler at me. Good, we straight. And shout out
When
to
you come,
you, bro.
when you coming to South Carolina, bro?
Shit. Next time I come to South Carolina, man, it'll probably be to lay my head down, man.
All
But
right, bro.
she
All right,
don't got no I don't think she got no tour. The tour doesn't stop, and she might have a show coming up in Columbia, but the tour doesn't stop in Columbia.
got it. I feel you. I feel you. I just know
Oh, and I
she.
want to shout out. I want to shout out Mr. Zoe the GOAT too, cause he let me drive his car to prom, bro. This man used to work in the mall, and he did not have to do that, bro. He had a nice ass Lexus, bro, and he gave me the keys, bro. He let me drive his car to prom. So, and now he is he's a major player. So shout out, bro.
Okay. All right. Shout out him. All right, man. Well, thank you for doing this. We'll catch up again soon. Good luck on your tour, man. Thanks for coming in, man.
Absolutely. Thank you for reaching out, doing the interview too, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shout out
We
Gusto
definitely
one
got a
more time.
link. We definitely got a link and chop it up.
Yeah, for real, for real. Shout out Gusto one more last time because he was the one who.
Shout out Gusto, cuz he the only dude I let cut my hair. I be on the road for a month. Exactly. Shout out my boy, man. I got on the do rag right now because of him. Shout out Gusto cuz.
All right, man. Thanks for coming in.
All
Peace,
right,
bro.
thanks, bro. Well.